The Democratic debate for president held in South Carolina.
Yeah, former Mayor Mike Bloomberg on the stage once again. Let's go back to Henry Rossoff live in Boerum Hill at Bloomberg headquarters for what, look, there were so many fireworks and there was so much interrupting and there was so much back and forth, Henry.
There absolutely was, and Mayor Bloomberg was part of that tonight, whereas last week he was not. He was hesitant to interrupt. Today he tried to interrupt. He was not as successful in doing it as some of the other seasoned politicians who now this is their 10th debate, but he did have some measure of success, particularly when contrasting himself with Senator Sanders, who's the unanimous frontrunner at this point, especially after really good showing in Nevada over the weekend. Talked a lot about the issue of electability, and there was this interesting moment. I want you to take a look and then we'll talk about it.
Mayor Bloomberg, please.
Let's just go on the record. They talked about 40 Democrats. 21 of those were people that I spent $100 million to help elect. All of the new Democrats that came in and put Nancy Pelosi in charge and gave the Congress the ability to control this president, I got them. Number two, when you talk about money.
So that was Mayor Bloomberg talking about funding swing congressional district races and ads in those districts to help get Democrats elected. That got a combination of applauses and kind of cringes as he talked about using his wealth. But one unanimous applause line that he had is what he talked about public health in New York City and some of his initiatives, including, getting trans fats out of foods and the smoking ban. And he cleverly turned that into a tweak of President Trump on the current coronavirus outbreak and preparation. And that was the beginning of a dialogue section on that topic that was very positive for many of the Democrats, but it was kicked off by Mayor Bloomberg. Take a listen.
One of the great problems today, you read about the virus. What's really happening here is the president fired the pandemic specialists in this country 2 years ago. So there's nobody here to figure out what the hell we should be doing.
So one of the more strong moments for Mayor Bloomberg. And look, admittedly, this debate, frankly, was about Senator Sanders, and he is clearly the front runner at this point. So, Mayor Bloomberg was just one of every other Democrat, the other 6 Democrats on the stage, lobbing attacks against the senator who weathered things pretty well. Admittedly, he's an outsider. The Democratic Socialist has been defending these more outside of the mainstream positions his entire career. So now we'll see what the voters think in South Carolina this weekend, and for Mayor Bloomberg, especially on Super Tuesday next week.